Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Target exclusive Mattel LJN, this time John Cena.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel LJN unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're back at it with another Target exclusive, this time John Cena. But for all your John Cena Target exclusives, guess what? Target. But for everything else under the sun, make sure you're not Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And John Cena hitting our mailboxes right now via Target, but not so much in stores. Word on the street is these will be around Black Friday time frame towards the end of November. You should start seeing these LJNs in store. Cannot wait for that day. It's going to be very nostalgic for me, as I was a little kid, very little kid, when the LJNs hit the stores. They were my first wrestling figures of all time, so it'll be kind of cool, just a throwback way. And I've made the mention of it in the past. It reminds me of the Masters Universe Origins. When those first came back to retail, it was very nostalgic seeing those on the shelves for the first time in so many years. Something really, really fun with that. And it correlates over here to the Mattel LJNs as well. And this one looking pretty good. It's like in an alternate universe, this would have been the Hulk Hogan, the iconic Hulk Hogan, the repaint, re-release Hulk Hogan we just unboxed recently on the channel. In an alternate universe, this would have been the LJN Hulk Hogan if the LJNs were around at the time of height of John Cena. So it is very cool, and John Cena deserves one of these LJNs if somebody does, because he is easily on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore. If you told me he's on your Mount Rushmore, he's not on mine, but if he's on yours, I'd say, well, I can't really fault you for that. So he is one of the greatest of all time, as we do know. It just really kind of feels like he fits the LJN style, if that makes any sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But one thing that's going to make sense for sure is how we're going to do this review. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And as I said, these are hitting the mailboxes on the pre-orders right now. Should be end of the month for those. Now, as usual, there is a black card chase edition here. There's 3 different posters inside. I said it before, I'm not getting too worked up on all that kind of stuff. Now, the Ultimate Warrior, I want a loose version. I want all the different versions in my collection. I'm a Warrior guy after all. But I don't get too worked up. I don't need a black card John Cena. Maybe clearance one day. It'll be very interesting to see how well these sell. We see the Legends go to clearance all the time. Will the LJNs go to clearance? It'll be an interesting thing to watch out there. If you're like me and you're watching this channel, you probably are a lot like me. You like to see the comings and goings, what goes to clearance, what goes off the pegs real quick. It's going to be interesting to see with this LJN line here. And this John Cena will be interesting. But I'm not too worked up on the chase editions. I'm not one of those ones where if I saw a bunch at the store, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to buy them and resell them, or buy them and save them because they're going to be worth a lot. I just don't feel it's going to be. But I've been wrong before, and I've choose the right to be wrong again in the future. But I don't necessarily need many versions of these. They take up too much real estate, unfortunately. Now, one thing that I have noticed, and I've seen a lot, and I noticed it on mine. I got 2 Hulk Hogans in the mail, a chase and a regular. Both had broken plastic. Seems to be the Cena's a little bit better as far as things are concerned, because he's a little tighter to the card, just in the posing, where the Hulkster had those arms that kind of go out. I'm not seeing as much breakage. I don't have any breakage with this one. However, I do got a little ripped carding on the side. So if I wanted to keep this on card, this wouldn't be the one I would do. And I think really at the end of the day, if you're wanting a mint on card set of these, you should probably try to track them down at store level. That's going to be your best bet, as Target's not shipping these with a lot of care. And at the end of the day, to them, it's an action figure. It's going to be opened. And that's a whole nother conversation we've had too many times on the channel already. But if you want mint on card, you're going to have to hunt them down at the store, I think. But these are perfect if you're unboxing it like I am doing right here today. But let's dive into it. Old John Cena, WWE Superstars, WWE logo at the top. World Wrestling Entertainment, ages 6 and up. You 6-year-olds, you're in luck. You 5-year-olds, just wait a year. Just wait a year. Maybe you can get it on clearance in a year. We'll see what happens. But Very familiar card backs on this one. Very nostalgic. LJN logo right there looking good. You got the crowd in the background. You got the Hulkster taking it to Big John Studd. Would have been kind of cool if they updated it a little bit with like John Cena taking it to Carlito or something. I don't know. But I do like the nostalgic aspect of the background there. Very, very cool. You got the little podium here, which houses the poster, as we know. On the back, you got the cross sell. We will unbox all of these on the channel if there was ever any doubt. I did get a little sticker action from Target. Thanks for that, Target. UPC up top. You don't see that very often either, up there by the LJN logo. WWE Superstars, you do got the cross sell, as I said. You got a little bit of blurbage on the very bottom. Mattel logo. And then we got the card back here. We get the little blurb. And as a kid, I cut out all my card backs. I saved all my posters. Wish I wouldn't have thrown them all away when I moved houses, but that's what happened. It does say, John Cena lives by the motto, hustle, loyalty, respect. The leader of the C Nation inspires fans from around the world with his never give up attitude inside and outside the ring. The multiple-time WWE champion from West Newbury, Massachusetts, Todd McFarlane, beautiful this time of year. You told me that. He tells his opponents, you can't see me, and to let them know that they are not on his level. He is truly the unseen 17, as we do know. But we're going to get him out of the package. Maybe. There we go. Just kind of rip it on the bottom. Very big packaging, which is a power move on Mattel's aspect, or a part here. In this day and age, less packaging, better for the environment, smaller stuff, box stuff. I do applaud Mattel for going the extra mile to give us a very authentic experience once upon a time, even though it means a bigger packaging, because let's be honest, they could easily cut this top off. They could put him in a little box, and it could be a box that sits on the shelf. Wouldn't have the same effect, but they could have done that. I don't think it would have worked as well, though, as we know. But there we go. John Cena looking good. I'll cut this out later. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic. Uh-oh, watch out. See you later. Goodbye. And then we do get the poster here. Let's see what this John Cena poster is. Now, there's two different blue posters and a black poster, if I'm not mistaken, with these. See you later. Goodbye. We do get rubber bands here, so we're going to pull that off. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, you're kidding me? And look at this. My poster is ripped right here. Just like the old days. Very authentic, of course. So we do got Tonight on Raw, John Cena, and I think this might be the Chase poster. It's not the black Chase one, but the other Chase one, I think. I'm not going to be up to speed on these. There's only so much mental capacity, and I'm not really big on posters, but I think this is the throwback Chase edition, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but looks good here. You got the old school audience on this as well. Tonight on Raw, John Cena, looking good. There it is. We do get the poster there, but now what I really care about is the action figure Peacemaker himself, John Cena. Got to say, a good weight on this one here. Not quite rubbery nostalgic. I guess he's got a little bit of that Ken Patera is what I guess he reminds me of here. Flashing the double buy. Ken Patera didn't have a lot of rubberness to him either. And this one doesn't feel as big rubber guy-y, as LJN style. It doesn't feel quite that. And big rubber guy, say, is all-encompassing of the LJNs, but not the big rubber guys. But we'll compare them later here. But I don't know. This one doesn't... I don't know if it's because the Hulkster was nostalgic to LJN, so it kind of felt different. This feels out there. I mean, it still looks like an LJN, but doesn't give me that feel. Doesn't give me the smell. I don't know. It fits there. It'll display fine with your LJNs, but for some reason, it doesn't give me as LJN vibe as the Hulkster did. And I think that must just be my mind going back to my childhood with that Hulk Hogan. I think. I'll sound off in the comments, but we're going to dive into this here. We do got Cena. You can't see me in the hat department. Hat not removable. He does got two eyes there. John does got two eyes looking good. Two ears looking even better and a wide open mouth. He's ready for all kinds of activities. Get those white pearly teeths on John Cena. Teeth? You know what I meant. He's got the teeth looking good. Two Fists of Fury flashing the double buy. A power move if there ever was one. Never give up. Cena Nation classic shirt on this John Cena. C Nation armband as well. Really, this one could be a very easy repaint if they wanted to go down the line of repaints. You put him in a green shirt, yellow shirt, blue shirt. There's a lot of opportunities for this one to get the most out of the mold. Would not be shocked to see that in the future. But it does look good. Nice tan here. Not quite hot dog tan, but on the way there is what he's got going on. Never give up C Nation, as I said. You got the Jorts down here in a nice darker blue. You got the black knee pads with the black shoes, looking very good. A little skin showing down low. Obviously, no articulation, no movement on here. But you do get some movement a little bit, but not a ton. Not as much as the Hulkster, I'll say. Looking good, but besides that, it's John Cena. Interesting enough, made in China on this one here. What's up with that? What's up with that? 2025 Mattel. Stands just perfect. Love it. There's nothing worse than this style of figure, be it big rubber guys, LJN, any of the other ones that won't stand on their own. This one does stand on his own. Now, one thing I always think of when I'm a kid, can I play with this figure? Is there playability here? And you had to use your imagination in the 80s. You had to use that imagination to your full extent. And you'd have to use it a little bit with this one here. And I know a lot of people say, how could you play with these? And that's usually a younger generation, obviously. But you can do some elbows, some clotheslines, some drop kicks. There's some stuff you could do. You could get creative. But as far as things go, not the best playability on this one here. But man, it looks good. It looks sharp. It looks like John Cena. I like what I see here. And I like the Hulkster as well. So we got the Hulkster against him. Kind of see that size comparison here. I think that's, I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of playing with my brain here, and I don't know if I can articulate it very well, but this obviously feels very nostalgic to the 80s. This one doesn't, so maybe that's the big part of it, but this just looks more like an LJN of old, and this looks like an updated what LJNs, if they still stayed going, what they would be like today. It doesn't have throwback vibes here, but obviously John Cena wasn't around in the 80s. I don't know. It's playing with my head a little bit as this one just feels LJN, looks LJN, but this doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I can't articulate my point, I guess. I don't know, but it does look cool. It's nice to have LJN's back. I'm never going to turn that down. And I talked a lot about that in the Hulk Hogan unboxing, so check that one out. But you do got those. But how about we go back to Classic Superstars? Yes, Classic Superstars version of their big rubber guys. We got John Cena right there. Obviously, a lot to be desired with that one. But check out the book, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, A Complete Guide to the Jakks Classic Superstars by yours truly to find out a lot more about that. How about one here? CM Punk, LJN style from AEW. Once again, missing the mark. Jeremy Padawer even said that was a big miss for them, not making them this size, made them too small. So unfortunate to see that. And then I do have the Cody here. Might as well bring Cody out. A little bit better sizing there, but still off, unfortunately. And you know we're getting an LJ and Cody Rhodes. There's no mistaking that's going to happen. We know that'll be around the corner in 2026, so look out for that. And look out for Dusty Rhodes. I will be unboxing him on the channel as well as Logan Paul, so be on the lookout for those unboxings. It's an interesting mix here, and I understand what Mattel is trying to do. Give some nostalgia, also some, I guess, middle-of-the-road nostalgia, and then some newness with Logan Paul. Going to be interested to see where this line goes. My gut tells me that the Hulk Hogans of the world will sell a little bit better. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting ride with LJNs back here in 2025 and 2026. It's going to be fun. I just hope we can take it to the next level. Not a lot of re-releases like the Hulkster. I hope for new stuff of legendary talent is what I'm hoping for, but maybe I'm a little bit biased. I don't know. But John Cena, not bad. Just doesn't feel as LJN as Hulk Hogan, and I really just think it's because Hulkster was around in LJN days. Maybe as simple as that. But there it is, John Cena. What's your guys' thoughts? You picking up this John Cena? You need this in your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel. Plenty of content to keep you busy over there. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Conveniently enough, the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available every single Tuesday wherever podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for John Cena, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?
We're going to